Oil prices are rising, supported by a new hurricane in the Gulf of Mexico. At the moment, more than 80% of the output capacities have been put on hold in the region. The Russian ruble benefits from positive dynamics in oil as well as in emerging and commodity currencies. Meanwhile, investors' hopes for economic stimulus in the US were revived again. Yesterday, oil was trading under pressure due to the end of negotiations over a new stimulus package in the US. Moreover, the data from the US Energy Information Administration showed an increase in crude oil inventories by 500,000 barrels. This data caused a mixed reaction among traders. In the first hours after the release, oil prices were holding in a wide flat channel. Later on, oil regained its ground, so Brent oil futures ended the session on Wednesday, having moved below the level of $42 per barrel. Today, oil bulls have managed to push the price higher. As a result, Brent gained more than 1% and was trading at 42.40 in the mid-session. Meanwhile, the WTI futures contract with the nearest expiration was holding above $40 per barrel. In the coming days, Brent is likely to stay within the range between $40 and $43 per barrel. It's also possible that the quotes will rise to the level of $45. Still, the existing positive factors may be short-lived, while the negative ones will remain relevant in the mid-term. Oil prices are lifted by the news that Hurricane Delta is threatening the oil industry in the Gulf of Mexico. On Wednesday, the storm crossed the Yucatan Peninsula and entered the Gulf. By the weekend, the hurricane is expected to hit the coast of Louisiana. On the other hand, the energy market is pressured by the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic and political uncertainty ahead of the presidential elections in the US. In addition, investors are focused on the report from the OPEC+, which may surprise the markets in a good way. Members of the alliance are expected to keep the previous output cuts and will not bring back 2.2 million barrels to the market. In the meantime, the Russian currency extended losses on Wednesday, despite favorable background and the overall weakness of the US dollar. Today, global investor sentiment is moderately optimistic. Besides, rising oil prices may also support the ruble. However, it does not seem to react to positive factors and stays almost unchanged against the greenback. In the day trade, the dollar-ruble pair lost 0.05% and settled close to the mark of 78. At the moment, the ruble needs a retreat from the level of 78. The pair has good chances to reach a more comfortable area of 76 rubles per dollar. From the technical point of view, this scenario will be interesting for both the buyers and the sellers of the ruble. The ruble is definitely trying to regain ground. However, by the end of the session, the US dollar is likely to assert its strength. Under this scenario, the dollar-ruble pair will stay in the range of 77.50-80 rubles. Such factors as the risk of the EU sanctions against Russia and the coronavirus spread will continue to weigh on the ruble. And that is all for now. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you back soon. Bye.